Well, look, before we start this thing, is this on point or is this on location? I'm not quite sure. It's been a while, so, oh, it's on location. Oh, okay. So I'm Ken Kiedrowski, and I'm out of the studio here, and I'm really out and about today, and hey, look where we are. We're at the Slate Farm Brewery, a microbrewery. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It's in Whiteford, Maryland. So why don't you stay with me, because you're on location. Welcome to the Slate Farm Brewery, Whiteford, Maryland, and look who's here. It's Kyle Brown, one of the owners of the Slate Farm Brewery on Whiteford Road here in beautiful, well, I can't say beautiful downtown Whiteford, but on the outskirts of Whiteford. So how's it going here, big guy?
It's been pretty good. You know, we built this together as a family, and we like beer, and lots of other people like beer, so it's a good thing.
I guess, and I remember when I was growing up where I'd watch my father and go to the store and he'd have his favorite beer, and he always had that favorite beer. And I remember going through a snowstorm once with him because he had to have his favorite beer, and we got out the sled, and it was a neighborhood where there were stores close by, and we got out the sled, and so we went to the store and then put the pack of 24 on the thing and then brought it back to the house, because he had to watch his Saturday night programs with his bottle of Schmidt's Tiger Ale. So.
All right. Hey, each their own, you know.
Yeah, it'll ring a bell for you, Schmidt's of Philadelphia, is I guess what that old ad was. But things have changed now. It's not just the big major brands or regional brands. It's all the little tiny, and you can explain it better than I can, all these little craft breweries that are going around.
Yeah, they'll use the term usually like microbrewery or nano brewery. Anybody that's
but you
doing
don't want to be so
small
Micro
scale.
And nano means like you're so
I understand. But when you compare us to the big guys, we really are. And but in a lot of ways, I think that's a good thing, because we're able to experiment and do things that just wouldn't make sense on that larger scale.
So when you're talking about experimentation, I like that. I didn't know we were going to talk about experimentation here.
Sure.
At the brewery, but what's something that you experimented with? Something that worked out well for you, maybe?
Well, some of them work out, some of them don't.
Yeah.
But these days, the sky's the limit about what's going in beer and what it actually can be. So, for example, we've got lots of different beers on tap, but at least 2 of them right now, we use hibiscus flowers in the brew.
Hibiscus flowers.
Yeah, it adds a really interesting tartness, similar to cranberry, and a great red color, and it makes a good beer.
It sounds like we're at Longwood Gardens hibiscus. Wow. Gee, that'll make the botanist happy. Wow. Anything else here that's a local favorite that maybe wouldn't be a local favorite someplace else?
We do lots of other beers. I mean, we use agave.
What do you have, 25 of them up there on the board?
28 right now, but we usually
28.
have at least 25. But lots of beers have fruit in them. We use blackberries and strawberries. We got a strawberry blonde ale. We just did a sour recently. It's a blackberry cobbler sour. It's delicious.
How about that chocolate cherry porter?
Yeah.
Is that a favorite with the ladies, maybe?
Yeah, lots of people like it. And we put that one out for Valentine's Day. And it's just an interesting beer. We use real cherries and real cocoa nibs in the fermenter. And all those flavors come through. And it's about 5% alcohol. So.
Let's see, what's the biggest alcohol percentage you have here? 10.3, I think I see?
Yeah.
Dictator Stout?
The Galactic Hammer is 11%.
Galactic Hammer.
In the barrel aged, we do
may the force be with you with the Galactic Hammer. Wow. Boy, hope this show's only being shown late at night for all these high alcohol levels. Gee, and I forgot to find out what the legal blood alcohol level is for somebody hosting a TV show, but it's too late for that now. Wow. So 28 right now, and that'll change. Was it change on a weekly basis, daily basis? How often do you have to get up on the ladder to change those?
Well, we're regularly brewing new beers and kind of switching the menu and having something interesting out for people. Beer takes about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to brew in the fermenter or finish in the fermenter. So, in all likelihood, every single week we could have a different beer up there.
All right, so there's some beers that change weekly, monthly, or something like that. But what's the go-to beer? The beer that you're always producing because you have to have it on hand.
Yeah, we certainly have our regular beers. Some things that we like to keep on tap all the time, so that when people come in, they can expect that and get their favorite beer.
And what are those?
Swagger is the Kolsch. We do a great Kolsch ale. We do 9 Pound Hammer is a double IPA that we've had on tap since the beginning. We regularly do a Scally. It's an Irish red that we dry hop with Centennial hops. That one's regularly up there. And then other ones will come and be around for a year or so, and then maybe we won't see them again.
What's the Hawaiian roller coaster?
That's the hibiscus one we were talking about.
That's the hibiscus one.
Yeah. Okay. So that one finishes with hibiscus, flowers, and galaxy hops.
Okay, we'll play Jeopardy. What's Work From Home?
Work From Home is a New England IPA.
Oh, okay.
So that one we use, I believe it's Azaka Mosaic hops, which is usually a lot of New England will have that. It gives it a really great stone fruit flavor, citrus character to it, and also like the stereotypical cloudiness that you get from a New England.
Oh, there's a Delta Dunkel. Wow, that'll make the founding fathers of Delta, Pennsylvania happy. Oh, wow. Drift Mango Seltzer. What's the story there?
Everybody's doing a seltzer, so we decided to jump on the seltzer train and give it a try. It's very refreshing, great for the summer. Anybody that's looking for something that's gluten-free, that's a great option for them.
So if you have a designated driver,
right?
If you have a designated driver, then the beer that somebody might want to have is that Galactic Hammer at 11%.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all about what style you like. I don't really think that the focus is so much on the percentage. I think that as you add more percentage, though, you can balance that out with additional flavor and hops and otherwise. And you're getting something different from that beer. It's not really like you're after the 11% as much as you're going to get a character from that beer that you just simply couldn't get from a light beer.
So you have the local crowd. You have the people who live nearby, people from Pilesville, Delta, Jarrettsville. I don't want to leave anybody out, but some people within a 5-10 mile radius of Whiteford, they come here. But then you must have some people who are really, I guess, aficionados of this whole micro brewery movement, and they come in here, and do they drive you crazy because they have a little knowledge about things, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing?
No, we love craft brewers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people do home brewing now, but also people that are just really interested in craft beer in general. A lot of people these days, they'll visit 10, 20 different breweries in a year just to kind of sample those different things and have that different experience. I think breweries, they just offer something that restaurants in general don't. They're a place where you can come, you can relax, enjoy your beer, and it's not about turning the table and rushing that person out. It's more about the experience, trying something new. And I think each brewery has a different character of their beer, but also just a different character on how it feels to be there. So
people can come here, and like you say, if it's not a restaurant, I mean, you have food available. We'll talk about the food.
Yeah, we always have food.
Because you won't
Absolutely.
you won't go hungry if you come here.
Sure.
But that being said, you can take your time. You can sip it. You can have conversation. And as we manage through the COVID-19 saga, can you imagine in a few months or years there are going to be the movie of the week about the COVID-19? Like we don't know what it's all about anyway.
Yeah,
It's going to be on TV, starring probably Tom Cruise or something. COVID-19, the real story. Anyway, so people can come here and be human again. You can talk to your family members. Guys can bring their gals. Guys can even come here and talk to their wives. It'll be an amazing thing, and it is. I mean, they just relax and have a good time.
Yeah,
So,
I feel like we really provided a great meeting place for people during some of those hardest times of COVID. You know, our outdoor tables are very spaced apart. So we had families, you know, some coming from further north, some from further south that met here. And this was the first time they saw each other in nearly a year, you know, and then even maintaining their 6 foot of distance, they sat at a table, their other family sat at the other, they were able to speak to each other and have a beer.
and I know we're talking about beer and alcohol content and all that, but this is a very family-friendly place. You welcome the kids. You even welcome pooches here, you know, and so the furry friends are welcome. And you know, this is a farm setting. There's beautiful views here. I think you've got different things for the kids to do outside while the parents are having a good time at a table. The kids can go running around within reason and have a good time here too. So it's a great family place also. Tell me about the food here. I understand that you have a food truck that's parked outside, and there's a wide array of what's available for them to eat while they're having fun slugging down the beer.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it's important whenever you're having beer that you provide food for people, and we do. We always have burgers. We, you know, and lots of different appetizers and different things for people to munch on, and also some things for kids as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in case you know you got lost here, we're at the Slate Farm Brewery in Whiteford. I'm Ken Kiedraowski, getting very, very thirsty right now, but I'm going to be a good boy and not drink while I'm being the interviewer here. And this is Kyle Brown, one of the owners. And well, now that I've said that you're one of the owners, let's see. You have your mom, Denise Candelosi, who's one of the owners, and who else owns this fine establishment?
Also, my brother, Samuel Brown, and my uncle, George Metzger.
Okay, so you all have a stake in this place, and what you break ground for this place in 2017, roundabout?
Yeah, break ground is probably, you know, a stronger word than I would use, but yeah, we were able to start serving beer in 2018 and started brewing in 2017. The building really came together in 2018 to some degree, and yeah, been making beer since.
So you have plenty to drink here, we know that, and there's plenty of food from the food truck. A lot of different things, burgers, fries, you name it, you've got it there. And but you also have some great entertainment on weekends, I'm told.
Yeah, we always think there's, you know, people want to come here, they want to do something, enjoy, watch something, be part of it. So every Thursday we have trivia. People come in, and Charm City hosts trivia. Great group of people that way. And then on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, every Friday and Saturday, even through the winter, we always have music. Lots of great local bands come out, and coming into spring and fall, we expect to fill up some Sundays as well.
And you probably have some people who want to follow these different bands, you know, hanger-oners or groupies or whatever they're called these days, and they have their favorite bands, and they like to follow them around and see what they're doing.
Yeah. That's just part of the great local culture of live music, I think, you know.
So you have, let's see, the bands, I understand they're mostly rock cover bands?
Yeah, we I would say the majority are probably like rock alternative cover bands, but we can certainly get some country bands in. We had a few bluegrass bands last year, maybe 2 or 3 blues bands as well. So we're open to lots of different music.
And where do those bands set up? Do they set up outside? Do they set up in here where the bar room is, or where do they set up?
Yeah. Since COVID, we've had everybody set up outside just to make sure that we can have enough distance for everyone.
Yeah. And undercover, so the electronics is okay.
Yeah, of course. They wouldn't like it otherwise.
No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Oh, jeepers. So 60 bands can come through here in a year, you suppose?
Yeah, I would say so. We regularly will schedule some of our people, 4 or 5 times in a year, but some guys that are just coming through will get once or twice. So I would say at least 50 different bands.
Well, I think that you're covering it really, really well for a local microbrewery. You've got the suds, you've got the beer, you've got the ales, you've got the stout, you've got the seltzer. And I'm not an expert on this, of course, but it just seems to be an amazing array of brews that you have up there. You've got the food, you've got the music. A nice setting, a little bit of family history involvement in here. So I think you pretty much have it all here at the Slate Farm Brewery on Whiteford Road in beautiful Whiteford, Maryland. So Kyle, for the good of the order, is there anything else you want to say before we say goodbye here?
No, that's about it. Come and visit us. Come have a beer.
Yeah. You've got to come to this place. You've got to see what it's all about. So Kyle, thanks a lot. Thanks for being here on location. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming.
Kyle Brown, a lot of fun to talk to today. One of the owners here at the Slate Farm Brewery in Whiteford, Maryland. It's a family affair here. His mother, his uncle, brother. Great family place for a place that has a lot of beer. It's also very, very family friendly. They love to see people bring their puppies here too. You can drink inside, you can drink outside. There's food and there's music on weekends. I mean, this place has it all here, I think. You're going to have a good time, and it's nice to feature a nice local business like the Slate Farm Brewery here on location. So just as always, I appreciate you being with me here. I appreciate the time you spend watching these shows here on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. I'm Ken Kudrowski, and you've been on location.